What's up? It's your boy from Higher Heights, Anthony Simmons. You already know what it is. Getting ready to do another podcast. And this is an elaboration actually on a podcast that I dropped earlier this week. A segment I did on Mr. Charleston White from Fort Worth, Texas. Y'all know who he is. His name is set ablaze on the internet right now. And I got to dig into this thing because maybe I didn't go as hard as I should have on the first video. We're talking about a man who's a community activist. People only really recognize him from his ranting and ravings on the internet because he say a lot of outlandish, crazy statements that at first glance, if you're not really paying attention, they're going to go over your head. But no matter what he's saying, he's telling the truth. And that's the key thing here. I always say, if you're telling the truth, you can be bold in telling that truth. And you should have no reason to fear no man when you're telling the truth. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you why people fear him, why they hate him, why they're trying to cancel him, and how they're not going to be successful in doing so. They're not going to be successful in canceling him. And I'm afraid for Charleston White because the next step is he's antagonizing so many people. He's really a threat to some of these people's agenda that they have, and they might try to knock him off. He might have to stand on these things that he's saying, but I'm pretty sure he knows what he's saying as a grown man, and he's ready to deal with that consequence. If you like these videos, I need you to go ahead and hit the like button. I also need you to smash the subscribe button and punch the notification bell. Hashtag Higher Heights in the comments. And also, you tell me what you think of Charleston White. With no further ado, let's get into this video. Now, Charleston White, ever since I have become familiar with him, I've seen the things he said. He attacks these rappers. What he's trying to do is bring awareness to the fact that these should not be our heroes. These should not be our kids' idols. First of all, we don't idolize anybody in this world. No man deserves to be idolized. But we know that in our communities, and it's not just in the black community now, it's the white community now. Hip hop has seeped over. Its control and power has seeped over into the white neighborhoods. Its influence has. Hip hop as a genre has grown in its influence all over the world. That should be a good thing, that we have that platform to be able to educate people and to be able to lift our people up and to be able to inspire and motivate the young minds. But no, what do we do with it? What do we do with hip hop? Let's see. We call our women's B's and H's. Yeah, we do that. And I don't want to go into that because I don't want to be part of the issue. So you know what I'm saying. We degrade our women. We over-sexualize ourselves and our women along the way. We do a song and dance with all these gold chains around our neck and gold watches and cars and things that are going to depreciate when we get it. These are the things we've done with the culture. All while the whole time allowing ourselves to be raped and robbed of the culture at the same time, because we always been robbed of the things we doing. But not only are we going to be raped and robbed of those things, we're going to also make ourselves look like clowns the whole time. Charleston White exposes these people. See, I've always thought it was silly in the first place for, if rap is supposed to be the goal to get out of the hood, yet I'm constantly glorifying what's going on in the hood. I'm not growing in my mentality as I begin to do this rap music. I'm constantly feeding into and tearing down my community with the lyrics that I'm doing. This is what these people are doing. You're not going to tell me that you're getting on a rap record talking about you selling all this dope, talking about you gangster, talking about you wanting to kill somebody, you sliding on all these people. Because that's either one or two things. Either one or two things that happen. You're stupid and you're retarded, because if you're getting to the money, if you've got a contract signed and you got you a deal, why are you talking about wanting to kill somebody? Why is it that this is what you want to talk about when the goal is to get out of the hood? You create these characters, these gangsters, this gangster image, and now you got to stand on it, talk about it, bring it into the atmosphere, and you got to live these things. That's stupid to me. That's always been stupid. Charleston White is calling these people out. They on the internet arguing until somebody die, arguing until somebody have to do something about it. If you're getting all this money, you saying you are a stupid human being to be talking about the stuff that you talk. That's point blank, period. Something's wrong with your mental health if you have now made it out, you've got your deal, and all you could talk about is killing somebody. All you could talk about is how much jewelry you got, how many cars you got, how many houses you... No, y'all don't really buy houses, though. Let's be honest about that. Charleston White was right about that. Most of these rappers do not have the wealth that you think they got. It's all an image. It's all a make-believe, and it's like all a game in order to further perpetuate the stereotype of who our black people are, and that's not the truth. Real wealth does not have to flaunt itself. Does not have to flaunt itself. We need to get educated on what real wealth is. So back to Charleston White. I don't fear for Charleston White, even though I said it earlier. I'm actually applauding Charleston White because he tells the truth. People ain't mad at him because he lying. You're mad because he telling you some truth, and it's hard to swallow. And the biggest thing black people trying to stand on is, he a snitch. He working with them folks. Let me tell you something about snitching. First of all, I respect the man because he letting you know he a snitch. Some of y'all chilling with people every day, smoking weed with them, chilling with them, and they snitching on you the whole time. But Charleston White, you mad at him because he's letting it know, yeah, I will snitch on you. See, I can deal with a man when I know what side he on. Some of y'all ain't got integrity. I'm tired of our black people with this no snitching thing. See, if you really know where no snitching came from, you would be ashamed to be using it in the way that we use it now. Because most people who's with the no snitching code is because they're out here committing crimes. You don't hear upstanding people talking about don't snitch. No snitching. Snitches get stitches. People who are God-fearing people who are grown and have things of value and have businesses and have kids to raise and have families that they take care of, they are not out here worrying about who's snitching. So who's worrying about snitching? People who are committing crimes, people who want to rape and hurt you are worrying about not snitching. You sound juvenile. And let me tell you one of the main people that I used to respect sounding juvenile, Stak 5. Steven Jackson, yes sir, ex-NBA player who has lost a lot of respect for me because not only are you a grown man, ex-professional athlete, person with a platform, black man, saying that you stand for something during the George Floyd situation. You out here one of the biggest enemies of this man who is obviously doing great things. He is a community activist giving back. And I don't know if you are or not, Steven Jackson, but for you to be a grown man and up here on using your platform to say cancel him, let's get rid of this clown. Don't referring to Charleston White. Steven Jackson saying this about Charleston White. Let's get rid of this clown. You act like you a 17-year-old boy still trying to make your way to the NBA out of the hood. You done made it, brother. I see videos of you hanging with gangbangers or saying your face card good in every hood. You ain't wanting to be hood. You just using the hood to your advantage. You want to be hood, go get your apartment or go get you a house over there in Orange Mound in Memphis and live there. You love the hood so much. Why don't you go live there? I'm tired of us black men making ourselves look crazy. Yeah. Police have killed some of us unjustly in the streets. But you justify a law and a street code that allows for people to live under this mafioso gangster lifestyle, no snitching. Who doesn't want you to snitch but somebody who's doing something that they don't want to be told on? Now let me educate you on where no snitching came from, sir, and how it was originally intended to be used. Black people used to say don't snitch because we didn't trust the police in the 50s and the 60s because they're doing stuff like they do now, but it was even worse in this time. People in LA control their own environment. They police themselves. They say, don't go to police. If something happens in our neighborhoods, we're going to take care of it. Don't go run into the police because when they come, they don't care about us. They might violate us. They might do this. This is the reason for no snitching. Not so little Timmy can run and gangbang on the corner all day and don't clean up your streets. Don't go tell the police on little Timmy. Not so little Timmy can sell drugs all over your block all day. That's not what no snitching is for. And you got this guy, Charleston White, trying to expose or lift up the veil on these false idols. Thank you, God. Trying to unlift the veil on these false idols. And you got detractors trying to come at him and make y'all think he's the enemy. He's not the enemy. Y'all are the enemy. You rappers who are not educating or giving back to nobody are the enemy. Constantly being greedy, constantly wanting people to buy your albums, stream your albums, come to your shows when you're doing nothing to edify, nothing to build up your communities. You are the enemy. Constantly feeding into the mindset of these people that's in the hood listening to your music and selling dope because they think that's what you do when you don't. And you speak this death across our community until you end up dying at the hands of your own words. And Stak 5, like I said, Steven Jackson, you do not appear as a real one to me, as a real man. And I'm tired of people saying real. Because you know why I'm tired of people claiming to be real? Because those are usually some of the most messed up, flawed, messed up minded people ever. Because your definition of real is filthy, is trash minded. The way that you build up your community is not to perpetuate these stereotypes. And Charleston White, the reason I applaud him is because he has the courage to say the things that people feel. But because we're trapped like crabs in a bucket, we subscribe, we conform to the ideal that let's keep it hood, let's keep it 100, let's keep it, come on. That's what we got to subscribe to because we're afraid to say these things that Charleston White is saying. Guess what? I applaud him. I applaud his boldness and his courage. Has he said some silly stuff? Yeah, but Trump has too. Yes, men have flaws. And yes, the way he's going about it, I feel like he went to the extreme measures to get extreme results. I applaud this man. I wish more people had the guts to do what he's doing. And guess what? If he gets fame from it, so be it. He should get all the fame that's coming to him from it. You can say, well, he's just trying to, man, I don't care what he's trying to do if he's telling the truth. And number two, like he said, you can't cancel him. See, that's what you're used to, Steven Jackson. You're used to being in the industry where people can get canceled for what they say. But you should know as well as all people what the industry does to you. And now don't you have your own podcast, All the Smoke, which I enjoy watching. I enjoy the guest on there, sir. But similar to you having your own platform now, Charleston White does not depend on anybody to take care of him. He is the show. He is the talent. He is providing his own resources. God said, hold on, let me bring it back to what this channel was all about. God said, your gift will make room for itself. And Charleston White definitely has a gift, an anointing to get people's attention. And you can't do nothing about it. You can't cancel him. That's how I know you don't know nothing about God. And when you hollering all this Ali Akbar and all that stuff, and don't get it twisted, because I don't want to disrespect anybody's religion or how they believe. I'm not here to disrespect, but you running around hollering all that, and I really don't believe you into the Muslim. You're not a real Muslim anyway. I don't think you are. But if you are, much respect to that, sir, if you are. But you should know when God got a calling on somebody. You could say all you want to. You're going to have to, push the car. You're going to have to walk that line. You're going to have to cross that line. And you ain't going to do nothing but make them greater if you do something to the man. So all I'm saying with this, I'm further elaborating and doubling down on my Charleston White is like a hero to me, man. He's like a hero to me because he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. That's all he's doing. That's why you mad at him. Why was they mad at Jesus? He simply came and gave a new way of life and told the truth. That's why they was mad at Jesus. Jesus didn't come and slap nobody. He didn't come talk bad about nobody or nothing. He just came and told the truth, and they wanted to kill him. Tell me what Charleston White is lying, and then I can say, man, that man lied about that. But I don't hear nothing but truth when he exposing this stuff. I don't hear nothing but truth coming out of the man's mouth. I hear some crazy stuff, but I hear the truth. I done heard some outrageous stuff come out of your mouth, Steven Jackson. Let me not just get on Steven Jackson, but he's just one of the recent ones that I saw. What my purpose of this video is always God first. God first. God first over everything. We got to keep it godly. You hear me? And if you were on the side of then let's go to our people. Let's go to our people. We need to do more for ourselves. We need to do more for ourselves. We live in a great country. You know why I tell you it's great? Am I saying that racism don't still exist? Yeah, racism exists. We see that. But we have progressed to a level where we can't blame anybody for a lot of the injustices that happen in our community. And you know why I'm saying that? Because we have so much knowledge. We have so much at our disposal now. Because you got people that have been making videos since the 60s. You see the videos coming up of the knowledge of somebody holding us down, the knowledge of somebody holding us back. And we got all this knowledge. When do we activate the knowledge? People know what happened to us. We know what happened to us. But now that we have resources and tools, what do you do with what happened to us? How do we respond? How do we clean up our communities? How do we speak life into our communities? Yes, we were oppressed. Yes, the Jews were oppressed. Yes, the Indians were treated badly. But what do we do in our community to improve and move on and quit being victims? This ain't helping going at each other. This ain't helping. Yo, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button as well. And hit that notification bell so that you can get more content like this. I love you all and appreciate everybody for subscribing and building up Higher Heights channel. You know what it is. It's God all day long. Y'all be blessed.